Hey guys, I wanted to give you an update. We have confirmation now from an EDD former employee that there's a trick to make sure that you're not getting disconnected when you are on hold with EDD or when you're getting transferred from a tier 1 or a tier 2 rep. So let me show you what it is. About a week and a half ago, I made a video that we had some users that were telling us that if you're actually on hold with EDD or while you're waiting between transfers, right? All you need to do is press a number on your phone. It can be any one of them, 1 through 0, right? And what they were telling me was that this is actually helping them with some of their disconnect issues. So I asked some of you guys to keep me posted on what was happening for you, if that was helping with your disconnects. And guys, it's totally worked. I had a YouTube comment that came in from a former EDD employee, and they absolutely confirmed that that's a known inside trick. If you want to stay connected, you just keep pressing a number 1 through 9 or even press 0 every 10 minutes or so that you're on hold. This is huge, guys. Like, this can solve so many of your problems when you're actually trying to get an agent to stay, on the phone with you, or potentially while you're waiting to get transferred, right? Where a lot of those disconnects happen. So, guys, like, take this trick, like, use it and make sure that you're, pressing that number every, 10 minutes or so, and while you're waiting or you're on hold. And this is going to increase your odds of getting those agent connections that you so desperately need. So, look, I hope this helped. I want to make sure that you guys are aware that you've got some options to call, okay? We've talked a lot about why these pending statuses are going on, why there's this big backlog, and why many of you are not getting your payments, coming in on a weekly basis, and how we get those fixed by calling. So look, that being the case, I just wanted to give you guys some last minute tips here. If you're able to use this trick to stay on hold and get through those transfer issues, if you are talking to a representative, guys, I can't tell you enough. You have to build a relationship with them. You have to build trust. You have to first off realize, right? They're extremely stressed. This gal that was telling me who worked for EDD, they're working 14-hour days trying to get these claims processed quickly. It's got to be really, really difficult to be working, those type of hours and be able to be upbeat and help every single customer with the same level of care that they're doing for everyone else. So this is how you can make sure that you get a really good experience with an agent, right? When you get on the phone with an agent, the first thing that you want to do with them is you want to thank them. You want to thank them for how hard they're working. You want to thank them for how much time that they've put into this and how many people that they've helped. All right. Now, look, it's true that all these agents may not have the same level of skills and training in terms of being able to help you fix your claim. And that's really important, right? The first person you're going to talk to is going to be a tier 1 specialist. And those tier 1 specialists primarily can only answer basic questions, right? What they can do, though, is that if they can't fix your claim, they can transfer you to a tier 2 specialist, and you need to ask, but ask politely. After you thank them for all their help, after you've, commiserated with them, right, for how difficult a job it must be to answer all these phone calls day after day after day, get their first name, tell them a little bit about yourself, not too much, right? Because they're trying to, help other people that are still trying to call. What you want to do is get that connection with them, break the ice a little bit, okay? It goes miles in terms of them being able to directly help you get your claims paid faster. And again, this goes back to the fact, and this is why people are calling, right? If you get a good agent and they're willing to help you, and if they can't help you and you ask, can you transfer me to a tier 2 specialist, and they're willing to do that, that goes a long way in terms of making your claim getting paid much, much faster. And we're talking in the order of 24 to 48 hours in many cases. Because, guys, the biggest issue that we're seeing here is, yes, there's, issues with, ID me, there's issues with, glitches and whatnot, but a lot of these things can absolutely be fixed just by, a representative looking in at your claim and realizing that there's a system hold on your claim. And that's all that it is. And they need somebody to just look at it. And that's what you're trying to do by having someone look at your claim with an agent on the phone. So, guys, take that approach. I'm going to put some demos on the back end of the video here. Make sure you guys know that you got 2 options to call. The first option is the free option. It still totally works. It's working about 50% of the time. I recommend you use it first thing in the morning between, say, 8 and noon, Monday through Friday. And that option gets you through the phone menu a little bit faster, and it enables you to work, like I said, around 50% of the time. It seems to work. So I recommend that you try that. If you don't want to dial endlessly and you want to reach an agent today, I do recommend that you use a paid service. It's very inexpensive. We give you 5 total callbacks, okay? So if you do get disconnected, you've got those callbacks in your back pocket, and those are good for 48 whole hours. So you can do a lot of calling and do a lot of work on your claim in a very short period of time. So I'll show you that paid service. That'll be on the back end of the video. Guys, I appreciate all your time. Leave me any comments. give me any questions that you might have, and continue to like and subscribe to the channel. We're growing a lot, and we're on the road to redemption to get all these unemployment claims fixed. Appreciate it as always. Thanks for watching. Here's a little trick to call someone quickly, although it's still very slow. So dial 833-978-2511. Hit 1 for English, and about a minute and 20 seconds later, you're going to hit 132 to navigate through the menu very quickly. 99 times out of 100, they're just going to say, "Thank you for calling. We're too busy to take your call," and then they're going to hang up on you. Just redial again and again and again. Now you'll always be able to use this number over and over again for free, but I'm going to show you a paid version that helps out a lot. Alright guys, so we're going to go to claimer.com. First thing you'll do is enter in your phone number, including the zip code. The next thing is go ahead and select California from the scroll down list. Now that you've done that, press the Call Now button. This next screen is very simple. You'll enter your name, your email, and all of your card information. Press the green Pay button to move on. Now you're going to get a success message. This success message will let you know that you should be receiving a call from 800-300-5616. Alright, now that you've received this phone number, answer it and stay on hold. This is your callback from EDD. Do not use their hold feature. Alright, they will disconnect you. Stay on the line until an EDD rep picks up.